too long ago.
Yo,
Hi.
yo. It's another edition of the Mack Brothers podcast. Today is March 8th. Today's March 8th. It's another Wednesday. At this particular place and time, we are going to talk to you guys about our lives and about other people's lives. John, do you like the new intro?
Yeah, I think it's really nice.
Yeah. What's your ceiling fan doing up there?
Just hanging.
You like that setup?
Yeah. I was surprised I even was able to catch it. I'm so tired.
Long day.
Hey, guess what?
Hey.
Rick Beato did What Makes This Song Great to just now, just a couple hours ago, Mr.
Yeah.
Brightside. And
Did he get the stems?
he has the stems.
Okay.
And guess what? There's a fucking keyboard in that song that I didn't know existed. And it's fucking I can't wait till you say it. You might have knew it was there, but I didn't know he soloed it, and it is a fucking I can't even believe it's in the song.
That's lit.
Yeah,
I have to
it's
look that up. I have to look up that
that Rick Beato.
yeah, I gotta look that up.
Um, it's National Women's Day, Matthew.
Yes, it is International Women's Day. So I thought what would be fun for us to talk about. I guess, we make music, so I want to give a shout out to two female artists that I've really been enjoying. Number one, you gotta go. I hope I pronounce her last name right. You gotta go with Molly Rankin from Always. In my opinion, she's the best female songwriter that's going right now. And then I want to give a special shout out to Haley Williams. Paramore's been kicking ass. I see their shit all the time, all over Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Like their live shows look like they're a lot of fun. They're on a hot streak right now. Go support Always and go support Paramore. They're both female-led bands that are doing really well right now, and they're both making awesome music. But just in the musical front, there's a lot of other important women that I want to give shout outs to also.
I think she has enough shout outs, but some of the new Beyonce songs are really kicking. I don't know if you've
Let's talk about Beyonce for a second.
okay.
Drunken Love is a good song.
I don't like that song.
I like Drunken Love. I don't mind it. I don't mind it. I'm biased here because our boy Ezra Koenig from Vampire Weekend wrote it. Hold up, it's an awesome song. Awesome song, and Beyonce's version is phenomenal. It's literally like both of them sat in a studio and wrote the song together. I love that song. That's a good thing. John, not in any particular order, right? But give me five standout songs that are sung by women for you.
Okay. Well,
And a sentence of why you like them.
I'll tell you, number one of all time is "Dreams" by Fleetwood Mac, and this completely goes without saying.
Stevie Nicks is I
Stevie
fucking
Nicks,
love.
Stevie Nicks is without Stevie Nicks, we don't have Always or Paramore or even artists like Angel Olsen. Angel Olsen's a lot of Dolly Parton. Dolly Parton, another one. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, going back to Always. I think I gotta go with In Undertow.
What a transcendent
Yeah, it truly is
type of song.
something that every time you hear it, it's just such a high quality song. You said Paramore. This Is Why.
Excellent.
or one of the songs of it came out in 22. It would be song of the year right now if it came out in 23. I think. I don't remember. But it's excellent. By the way, we fucked up on the album of the year. We gave it to the Arctic Monkeys, and it should have went to Always.
It should have. We should have went to Always. Yeah.
I just didn't know enough, and now I do.
To really judge an album of the year,
It needs to breathe on you.
Yeah, you need to have some time with it. I got one.
Okay.
I'll throw one in the song list. I'm a huge Shania Twain mark.
Oh, I got one already.
It's
Please.
still the one. Such a great love song. Love that song.
Whitney Houston's version of "I Will Always Love You."
Oh, that's tremendous. And best national anthem.
I got one. You ready?
All right, go.
Waterloo by ABBA.
Oh! Let's talk about ABBA. Listen,
Yeah.
Just a Notion, right? That's a song off their new album, which was nominated for Album of the Year, which I think if you look at the list of nominees, some may have been a little upset at that. Just because they're swine that only want popular music to get nominated. And ABBA's, they're popular, but they're old. So, there's ageism. But I listened to half the album. I didn't listen to all the songs. Every song I listened to is great. It's a really good album. Just a Notion is a fantastic song. So go listen to Just a Notion. Came out last year on ABBA's new album. It's just a happy song about having gut feelings. There's not many songs about I have a gut feeling about something, and I'm pretty sure I'm right.
Another one popped in my head. Los Angeles by Haim.
Summer Girl by Haim. For me.
I don't like Summer Girl too much. Because it's just way too much.
I'll tell you why. It has like a special meaning for me.
Really?
Yeah, it does. Because when my fiance and I moved this past year, it was like a song that kind of reminded me of her. So for me, and I like it. If you're gonna think about it objectively, it sounds just like "Walk on the Wild Side" by Lou Reed. So
Yeah.
that's a problem. It's almost borderline like they should give him a writing credit. But
Haim's got some bangers. Haim,
if I could change your mind,
great song. They're in the music video for Dragon Ball Durag, by the way.
They are. Shout out to Thundercat. I'm gonna give another Grammy shout out. Shout out to Thundercat and Steve Lacy for their Grammys performance. I did like a minute little Grammy review, and I didn't give him enough shine on that.
Yeah.
I rewatched that. It's excellent. I'm a big Steve Lacy guy now, as far as me rooting for him and for his success.
Yeah.
Until like a few years ago, he used to record his music. He only used GarageBand on his his iPod Touch.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's like it blows my mind. Like there's a lot of people that are out there. They're just doing the same shit that we're doing. Steve Lacy's absolutely one of them. 5 years ago, no one knew who he was. He was just a nerdy music guy.
Yeah.
Respect.
I got what was I gonna say? I got an underground female-led band that I think you're gonna agree deserves to be more heard than they are. The Marias.
Yes. We saw them live. We saw them live. They had about 20,000 followers on Instagram at that point.
Yeah, they kind of blew up.
Really low key. I think they're in the millions now, and they have Grammy nominations too.
Oh, really? Oh, maybe they don't need any more recognition.
They're like they have careers now and shit. Like they're probably doing well.
They opened up for Albert Hammond Jr. It was a fucking awesome show.
I would say if they came to Philly and they played the same venue, well, he sold out, so you can't say. But I feel like they could probably sell more than Albert Hammond Jr. by himself now.
Oh yeah, maybe. I don't know.
I mean, if as far as like social engagement, like social media engagement, like they blew up. But that's a credit to, like we're saying, that's a credit to them having a female. It's a female led band, so that's female front woman,
Yeah,
and she's very talented. She's really really cool. They were how nice were they? Just chatting with them.
really cool.
Yeah, really cool people. They also make really cool music. Go listen to them.
Um,
I got one.
okay.
It's a guilty pleasure. So I have a lot of uh
Oh,
I have a lot of guilty pleasures. Well, we started as a top five. Now I think we can move into just anything. Um,
I'm only at three in my top five, I think.
well, it was like five songs without a list, really,
Oh,
without
okay.
like an order. But listen, man, it does not get much better than like the Spice Girls playing at the Brit Awards in like '98.
Spice up your life. I was just ready to say that. We covered that.
Listen, listen, man.
Remember,
All the
we
people
did
at
a good
home,
cover of that.
we did, we did. I put my heart and soul into that. Their level of success that they had for like 3 years is unreal and slept on in the music in like the music discussions because they're just a cute little pop band. But and they were formed by like a record company that were looking for to form a female pop band. But what I like about the Spice Girls is that was like a whole part of their thing. Like that's a part of why they were popular. That was everyone was along with it. Like, oh, okay, they're gonna recruit these people. They're gonna make a band. They're gonna, write songs for them and all. Like that was a part of the whole thing.
Yeah.
A criticism of today's music world compared to yesterday's music world is I don't think they do like that's like I guess like a making the band type of thing. I don't think that they're open enough about like some of these artists uh are, you know, nice looking people that they just auto tune their voices and they just throw them out there. It's not like back then where, oh, we're gonna make a band and you get to follow along with the whole process and all that shit.
Yeah.
I just feel like they were more open about like, hey, we're pop bullshit. Like this is what we are. Like they were just that's who they were. Everyone nowadays is a serious fucking artist.
Yeah, I know.
Like just because you put a song out doesn't mean you're Picasso.
Yeah. Um,
Spice up your life. Great song.
I feel like this is a great time to talk about every woman's favorite brewing club, League Island Brewing Club. It's for every gender, every I don't want to say
Anyone with a
anyone
mouth.
alive. If
Anyone with
you
a mouth.
consider yourself alive, um, you are going to just love League Island Brewing Club. It's a family ran, family owned, um, brand new drinking club. It's delicious. Everything's homemade. They got mead. They have 10,000 different kind of IPAs. It is delicious. It's actually good for you. Jesus loves it. Ask him when you pray tonight. If you pray to Jesus, he'll let you know. And if you pray to Muhammad or whoever you pray to, Buddha, I don't know if Buddhists are allowed to drink, but
They're
if
allowed to drink
it,
League Island Brewing Club.
yeah, exactly. Why do you think the guy fell asleep under the tree? He had a little bit too much League Island Brewing Club mead. So join the club, fall asleep with Buddha. It's Buddha's favorite beer. And it's women's favorite beer. League Island Brewing Club, delicious.
So I was thinking while you were just so eloquently going over about League Island Brewing Club, I was just thinking you got to give props to like earlier pioneer women like Ella Fitzgerald,
Gladys Knight.
Gladys Knight, Aretha Franklin. You know, it ain't easy being a woman in the music business.
What
Um,
Minnie Repetin, or is that how you say it?
I
She's got
don't I don't know.
she's got a crazy voice, if I'm saying it correctly. She has like a I can't even explain. I don't know how it comes out of a human's if this is the right person I'm thinking of. Mamas and the Papas, but just the Mamas.
Yeah, today's not the Papa's day. Here's who I can who I could do without.
Halsey.
I could definitely do without Halsey. I was gonna say I could definitely I could do without Mariah Carey for like the next 5 Christmases.
Oh, 1,000,000%. Well, I don't really care if I ever hear "Heartbreak, You Got the Best." Isn't that like her biggest song? Like, I don't care if I ever hear that again.
She doesn't have any big songs anymore.
You know who's
She just has "All I Want for Christmas Is You."
you know who deserves more credit, but she's just there's like a whole shadow that she's under is Janet Jackson.
That's a very very good name to bring out.
Yeah, she's lit.
Madonna deserves credit for what she did earlier in her career, but
Yeah.
let's be real. Madonna looks like an American Horror Story character right now.
She looks like the soul guy.
She definitely like the mask.
Yeah, she looks like the Mask.
100%. She definitely does.
Yeah.
You know, she has the like a Virgin song. When I was listening, it came on the radio the other day, and I know it popped. Can I just guess what you thought, and you tell me if you're right?
Yeah.
It's the present day Madonna. She made good music. Holiday Sidewinder deserves a big
No,
shout
it
out.
wasn't.
Oh, I
But
thought that's what you thought of, but yeah, go
no,
Holiday
but
Sidewinder. Go listen to her.
huge shout out to Holiday Sidewinder. She's awesome.
She's also really cool. We met her. She opened for Alex Cameron.
Whispers is such a quality song.
I'm a huge Leo fan of Leo, Baby Oil. Honestly, look, Casino. I like that song. That whole album is great.
Yeah.
You look like you just had a big light bulb went off in your head.
Strawberry Wine by Dina Carter.
Oh, yeah, there you go. That's
Especially
definitely a
since,
John shout out.
especially since we got a little something coming out.
Stay tuned. Very shortly, we're gonna have an announcement. When you're looking through, like I'm gonna artists
Uh,
that I don't necessarily like that have one song that I really like. Nicki Minaj, Super Bass.
it's a great song.
That song's my shit.
The fuck was I gonna say?
Heartbeat running away, beating like a drum and it's coming
Fuck.
away. Can't you hear that boom, 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 boom? Got that super.
Love is a Game by Adele. Anything by Adele.
Oh, anything by Adele. Let's.
Adele's quality.
She's so good. You know who's the opposite of Adele for me? Katy Perry.
Ugh.
All right.
Thanks.
Can we just for like 30 seconds? She put out Hot and Cold, really fun, cool pop song. Then she puts out Teenage Dream. She does that whole album. Excellent. Top-notch pop, right? Then she sees Miley. Got to give a shout out to Miley Cyrus. She sees Miley Cyrus shave her head. She goes, oh, I need to do that. But she does it like 4 years later. So it's even more lame.
Yeah.
She has a placeholder hit in ET. And then she puts out probably the worst collection of music in recent pop memory. She puts out Slave to the Rhythm, which is about like we'll just listen to any bullshit that comes on the radio. And then right after that, she puts out Swish Swish,
Which was a diss track to Taylor Swift. Shout out Taylor Swift.
who's Taylor Swift's a million times. Taylor Swift musically, she's so much better than Katy Perry.
Yeah. Katy Perry. Well, that's why in "Oh My Heart," which is the intro to our podcast, and also the B-side to "Cup of Coffee," that's why we make fun of Katy Perry's hair. Oh, Katy, your hair is so young and hip, down to each frosted tip. Because she like copied Miley Cyrus 4 years later. And it was just so on the nose, fucking bullshitty, trying to be cool. And it's not even like she's 50. It's not like she's Madonna trying to get plastic surgery. Like Katy Perry's fucking 5 years older than me. How old is Katy Perry? that she had to just turn into
I
fake
would guess Katy
puppet.
Perry's 37. I'm gonna ask Cyril Gone. How old is Katy Perry? She's 38. I was a year off.
I was close. Well, she's older. I mean, she's 9 years old.
She's 9 years older than you.
But fucking Albert Hammond Jr. is 43. I was just watching him on a podcast today, and he was totally like, you don't have to be. Albert Hammond Jr. is one of the biggest rock guitar players of like our generation, and he's just a normal guy. He's not trying to be anything. He's not. Fucking, I don't know. It was just such a that's a bad example. That's like
I think
apples to oranges. But
I think one thing, if we're gonna I'm gonna shift a little to the left, but in the same vein, if you're like an older, not even older, because 40 and you're being in your 40s and your late 30s isn't really old. Like it's middle aged. If you're middle aged and you are a celebrity and you age, it's not universal, obviously, but there's a lot more pressure on women to look young and to stay young because
it's a shitty.
obviously it's a shitty world for them, and a lot of, unless you are an Adele or you are Taylor Swift, Taylor Swift never really sexualized herself. Either
Billie Eilish. Shout out to Billie Eilish. She doesn't.
yeah. Billie Eilish is a great example of a young female artist that is probably gonna have higher levels of integrity than, say, maybe like a Selena Gomez or someone else, as their career progresses, because it's a whole different ball game. It's a whole different ball game. What? You're freaking out?
Robin, Dancing on My Own.
Oh, yeah. Soundtrack of our lives, like 4 different times.
By the way, my favorite Beyonce song, Love on Top. Love on Top is like
Destiny's Child
Destiny's Child
kicks ass. Destiny's Child kicks ass.
Yeah.
I don't like
TLC.
I'm gonna criticize men here for a minute, because this is probably the right episode of this podcast to do that. I don't know how many of these guys like this are out there, because most people I think that we're friends with will just listen to music if it's good. But I do feel like there's men out there that still subscribe to macho bullshit. And macho bullshit tells you that you shouldn't like a lot of these people, what we're saying, because it's like pop music or it's for girls or whatever. But like, how many great artists do you lose out on if you subscribe to macho bullshit?
Yeah.
It's like, who's it? Cat Williams or comedians? Like I'm going to use the nice smelling lotion.
Yeah. But
I feel like Cat Williams had a bit about that, but whatever. Yeah, whole different world for women. So if you're a successful female artist, I feel like there's more shit you have to go through to remain successful. You ever look at some like, you ever look at like some rappers? Like if they were women, they wouldn't be popular. Like overweight rappers, like Lizzo's overweight, and she's like an anomaly for women, and it's so controversial.
Shout out to Lizzo. Lizzo has such great fucking music.
Fucking love Lizzo. Truth Hurts.
Truth Hurts.
Oh, her whole goal is to make positive music, and I respect that so much, because as you know, as a songwriter, it's way harder to write positive music than it is to write sad music.
Yeah.
Great, like a sad. How long would it take you to write a sad bullshit album? Not record, right? 2 days?
Yeah, a couple days.
2 days, yeah, but it's bullshit. Not like a real album, a bullshit album.
Yeah.
So yeah, massive amounts of respect for women making it in the world right now. Shout out to all the women in our personal lives too. Our moms.
We have very musical grandmothers as well.
Yes, we do. Gigantic shout out to our super musically talented grandmothers.
Grandmom on dad's side, lounge musician, lounge singer. um
Graham,
grandmother on mother's side is like a not critically acclaimed, but a doctorate. What's her?
classically trained piano
Yeah,
teacher.
yeah.
A lot of musical talent. And sorry to all the men in our family, but
This ain't for you.
it's that the grandmoms that's actually where it's at. Just saying.
And shout out to because we're doing Women Day. Shout out to our mother.
Yeah, I actually gave her a shout out before the podcast even started. I was telling you before we started, wow, John, we have the best mom ever. And you actually looked right at me and you said, fuck that stupid bitch. I don't care about her at all. She could take a hike.
Yeah.
That's actually what you I actually wrote it down word for word what you said.
It's funny. It blurted out, so no one really knows if you.
Well, because there was curse words on there. There was curse words
Yeah.
on there. We don't let people read them.
So shout out to our amazing mother, and then shout out to our two fiancés that put up with us.
Yeah, yeah. If anyone watches this podcast, you know, you know about a little bit about me and John.
Yeah,
You know a little bit about me and John.
she picks up a lot of the slack that I just fucking drag behind me. So
That's a great way to put it, and you know what I do? I concur.
yeah,
I absolutely concur. So, other important women in the world. Shout out to AOC, even though she's kind of sold out a little bit, but she did spread progressive ideals across for a lot of people and it helped people become more engaged in politics. So, I feel like she has a net positive on the world. So, shout out to her.
it's so hard to say that. Like
Nah, not really. I mean,
I just she's so annoying that she's actually hurting the cause though.
that's actually a great point. She is very annoying.
She's so annoying that people that actually might have been like, these are really great policies, are going to see her to be the one saying them and go, ugh. And it
Yeah.
didn't start like that. It didn't start like that. But the more and more you see just some of the shit she's doing and how
It's
she's saying it.
how unfortunate that, you know what, then? I'm gonna give a shout out to a female political figure
Katie
who
Porter, baby.
I think deserves it. I got two. I got Marianne Williamson.
Marianne Williamson.
If anyone catches more shit than her, she catches a lot of shit. So shout out to her.
I seen the thing. Did the White House come at her or something like that for something?
Yeah, the stupid ass press secretary said oh, I have my calming candles or my Zen or whatever the fuck. I don't know. Making fun of her crystal ball or some shit. I have no idea.
Yeah. Shout out to Crystal Ball.
Shout out to Crystal Ball. Yeah, Breaking Points. Go check that out. I get a lot of great information from Breaking Points.
Yeah.
Sagar and Crystal are the best. And Emily Jashinsky, or however you say her name, she does a different show on that channel. I really like her commentary. She also has a really good voice for broadcasting too, which I appreciate. But oh yeah, shout out to Nina Turner. I'm gonna give Nina Turner a shout out.
Turner. I want her to run for
Nina.
president so bad. Could you imagine her debating any Republican, even any Democrat? Oh,
I can't imagine them letting her win.
They would never. The DNC would fucking try to kill her. I guarantee. Like, they would not let. She wouldn't put up with a single fucking thing.
You know, it's cool.
I would seriously. I would for free knock door to door and talk about, like, if it was a Nina Turner, Katie Porter ticket, I would literally like fucking campaign for them. I would go out in the streets.
I mean, I feel like they are really good examples of what our politicians should be like. And then on the other end of the spectrum, you have fucking dodo birds like Carrie Lake or whatever the fuck her name is.
Oh, and Marjorie Taylor Greene or whatever.
Oh, don't even get me started on her.
She's a fucking lunatic.
Oh, Jesus. Well, we'll try and keep this more positive, giving shout outs. I think it's better that way. But there's a lot of annoying politicians out there. A
Yeah.
lot of them. And I think we shit on everyone. So I don't really think anyone could be like, because I don't really like Republicans or Democrats. I mean, not people, but politicians.
Yeah.
I don't really like, when I come to really think about it, John, I don't really like anybody.
Yeah.
You ever just wake up and go, fuck?
You know, I sometimes I think to myself, I might have been, and it might just be from like both of our parents are publicly everyone loves them, but they're difficult. They are difficult. They have their difficulties as like people with each other. You know what I mean? Like they're both difficult.
I know how you really feel about that. I got it written down right here.
But I think that I'm difficult. I'm super difficult. And sometimes I don't think I could be around more than like I don't think I should be sometimes I feel like I have to be alone, like in a long-term thing. And then I think to myself, um, that's why we got to give a shout out to our fiancés because like they put up with a lot of bullshit, especially the fact that like some of the things I do are so simple, but
that's a good word to describe you.
Accumulate and then they become mountains of simplicity, just fucking that I'm standing on top of that need to be cleaned up. So
John creates mountains of simplicity. That was so lyrical.
I know.
Sometimes I just create mountains of simplicity that I'm standing on.
That need
that need to be cleaned up. So John, you sound like the worst kindergarten teacher ever.
What's the other politician? Is it? I'm gonna say it wrong.
Who sucks?
No.
Yeah, I know who you're thinking of, John.
Who?
Oh, well, if you're thinking of of like a progressive Democrat person, you're thinking of like Jim Permia Jayapal or something like that. Are you thinking of her?
I just know people were. I might have been wrong. I might be wrong, but I think people were coming at her fucking religion, and they're a bunch of crumbles if they were.
Listen, anyone who's gonna be, if you're gonna be, if one of your things is religion, like my religion's better than yours, or you're gonna put down other people's religions, this is definitely the wrong podcast for you. Yeah, like get the fuck out of here.
We separate church and fucking whatever
state. This is a secular podcast.
Yeah.
All right. So you're not gonna hear us go. You're not gonna hear too much like really nice Christian or Muslim or whatever like religion it is. It's not gonna be rainbows and sunshines about it. Respect, if you want to worship whatever you're worshiping, go. Good for you. Just don't let it affect other people.
Well, I've seen a thing, religion, shout out to Religion is Breakfast or Religion for Breakfast, whatever that YouTube channel is called.
Oh, that's kind of dope.
I think what's the house that has the most, has like 155 people? Is that the house?
What?
I don't know.
I don't know what you're talking. Oh, in government?
Yeah.
The House of Representatives. So the Senate has 100 and House of Representatives has like 257 or some weird number.
Yeah.
400 and something.
Both of them combined.
Yeah.
Are 80, I think it's 86% either Catholic or Protestant. Like,
yeah.
So Christian. And then the other 13%, the other like, it's like, and then it's like 3% Jewish. And then like,
you think
7% something else, and then 1% Muslim, and then 1% other.
Do you think Ted Cruz actually goes to church?
That's the whole point, is that none of those lying fucking garbage pail piece of shit
Gargoyles.
gargoyles are going to church and actually following teachings because their God was a socialist Jew. So it's just fucking politics. Anyone that's religious and actually thinks that the people that represent you are as religious as you're stupid. You're so
I
stupid that you actually
100% agree with you.
I was gonna say something. I was gonna say something mean to
And
about
I
religion.
think in like those one like the very low percentage, you have dudes like Mitt Romney that are Mormon, which is also isn't
Yeah.
even a religion, it's just a gigantic cult. So if you're a Mormon, I'm sorry. Well, I mean, all religion to a certain degree is like basically a cult. That just
Yeah.
they get so big that it's like part of the culture and all that shit, whatever. But um um
Ow, fuck.
so I don't think we were running out of time. We only have like 3 minutes left. So um on a definitely on a serious note, I think us both being at an age where, we're getting married and thinking about having kids and all that stuff, it's very important to mention that our ridiculous Supreme Court overturned Roe v. Wade. If you're someone that has the ability to do it, you should want choice in your life. The country's founded on choice. Women deserve to have choice. If you don't like abortions, don't get one. But you shouldn't impose how you feel about about what you want to do. You shouldn't impose it on other people. It's wrong. Um, if you think that they're killing babies, then that's your own belief. You could think that all you want. Just it's very wrong to tell someone you can't do what you want with your body. So for all the women out there that are being denied access to healthy abortions, and there's horror stories every day to come out about this. Um, the Mack brothers support you. Um, we support all of those kinds of things. We support a woman has the right to choose, and that's the end of discussion.
On a light note, it's weird to say this after that, but we'd only have 2 minutes left, so I have to say it. We have a show at the Grape Room March 25th in Manayunk. We also have a unbelievable announcement coming this Friday. You're not going to believe it, but you should pay attention to it. But
Pay attention.
Because it's National Women's Day, Matthew, for all the women out there that are thinking about coming to the Grape Room to see us play with Haha Charade, Part-Time Custodian, and the Hollow Truths, because it's National Women's Day, you guys have to pay the same price as everyone else because the Mack brothers believe in equality.
Yes.
So it's $10. It's not a lot. Come out. No matter what you consider yourself, you should come.
Yeah, I'm not saying that if you're religious, you can't come to the show. But if you think that people shouldn't get abortions because you're religious, I don't know if it's the right place for you to be. But if you really want to come out and be there, then just fucking come to the show. It's March 25th. We're going to be in Manayunk. And it's in Manayunk. It's a lot of hills. So come to the show.
Hey, tickets will be half off if you come to Mike Testa's house party on Saturday, which I don't know if I'm going to. If you just should DM me for the address, show up, and it'll only be $5 to get into the Grape Room to see the Mack brothers.
Yeah, talk to John about that. I got nothing to do with that. That's all John.
Like and subscribe.
Unsubscribe to everyone else and subscribe to us. Unlike all your things